we all love seeing movies and television shows created in our area, and hopefully we'll see even more.
That's the goal. Dave Lavender is with the West Virginia Film Office, here to tell us more about how it's helping the film industry in West Virginia and growing that industry. It's kind of like Dave's like the head of the agriculture department, except for film, trying to grow things up.
For sure. So I'm working with the Department of Economic Development, and so the film office has been back since the summer of 2022.
Oh, so somewhat recent.
So it's kind of new, and had been dormant for 5 years, and so we're kind of back big time. We have a great film tax credit that's right up there with like Atlanta and some of the really robust tax credits that are out there. So we have the two things that you need. We have the wonderful tax credit, and then we also have just amazing locations. As you know, West Virginia has beautiful set pieces, right? And so
it's all there as the backdrop. It's already there, so people don't, the studios can roll in and take a look around and say, oh my gosh, look at what we have to work with.
Look at this. I mean, we all know how beautiful the state is.
This makes your work easy.
This really shows it off.
It really does. And the kind of wonderful thing that's happened, since we've came back is that, all around us, the kind of the film industry has sort of came off the coast, right? And so it's not just in Hollywood and New York anymore, but, we're seeing film communities in Wilmington, North Carolina, in Atlanta, in Pittsburgh, huge film community. So we're getting where West Virginia has 5 border states, we're getting a lot of that sweet honey dripping down from Pittsburgh. And so working with folks in our whole region to bring more filming into West Virginia. And it's really working. Like this first year back, we always say, Kevin Bacon, it's like 5 degrees of separation. But like, West Virginia and Appalachia, it's like 2. And so lots of cool people are coming back to make stuff, like the Brad Paisleys and folks like that.
Well, I know Homer Hickam was just in town a couple of months ago and stopped by and talked on our show about he's scouting a location for, I guess, a sequel to October Sky.
October Sky,
Yes, he wrote the other New York Times bestselling memoir, that Coalwood Way. So he's adapted it already. The screenplay is amazing. And it's called December Sky.
It's already written.
And already written. It's beautiful. I wept at the table read of it. It's so beautiful. It's a Christmas time story, but it's not cheesy. It's like an unvarnished look at a small town. And it's really wonderful. It's what makes that magical, And
he's such a good writer.
Such a good writer. I really want to get that made. Homer's in his 80s, and 80, and I don't want to age him more than he should, but he's 80. He's in very good health, but I want to get that made because it's such a good story.
He deserves to have that one made, as do all the other artists that I know you.
And he'd be a vital part of it too.
Oh, absolutely. And it needs to be made here. He wants to make it in southern West Virginia, where we should, and we're going to do it. So.
That makes perfect sense. And he has such a, and that's the thing, is that you have people who really do want to make films in this state, maybe people who are from here originally or who have moved here. But then your goal also is to attract people who aren't necessarily the low-hanging fruit that you can easily attract.
That's right.
But you're trying to go out and find people who never even thought about West Virginia as a film location.
Absolutely. We were just we were just out at American Film Market in LA, and at the Locations Expo, and kind of there, side by side with all the big dogs, and then people trying to get into the game, like Georgia, the country. And so a lot of people, when they saw our sizzle reels, and these were put together by David Markham and who's from Huntington and our communications department, when they saw the films that have been made here, how the great quality of films that have been made here, and then also the amazing locations, it was really an eye-opener for people. You add on that extra layer onto the cake of this great tax credit, then we've got a lot of people looking. And next year, we really hope that it's just going to be a very steady stream of work, and it's looking like it's going to be that way right out of the gates. We got a pretty big name of some folks coming in to make a movie up by Fairmont about a $5 million budget, and that's with Allegheny Image Factory, the Tennell brothers, who last year did 2 back-to-back Lifetime movies, and they also did Christmas at the Greenbrier. They were kind of in-state producers of that Christmas movie.
Why is it important for this to happen? What does it mean for West Virginia as a whole, besides just the image advantage thing. What does it mean financially to bring these films here?
Yeah, so just you know, even like during COVID, it was like a $120 a million impact of film and TV productions in West Virginia, because we do have things like Barnwood Builders and you know, plenty of TV productions. You know, West Virginia Public Broadcasting does. They just did a great documentary on Woody Williams. So it's, you know, the film industry, it takes a village and it takes hands-on, and it's kind of blue collar meets creative. So it takes carpenters, it takes the trucking companies, it takes you know, the hotels, and so there's this huge impact economically when a film comes in. You know, the caterers get you know, catering for 50 people for 30 days.
Right.
You know, that's pretty big.
Got to feed the crew.
Yes, and then you have the residual too, I think, of getting your name out there. It's sort of priceless, right? Brad Paisley did these videos of West Virginia, of the New River Gorge, and you're like, those are going all over the world, showing off West Virginia.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's that economic impact, and then there's the long-term economic impact. You know, here in Huntington, we're still doing We Are Marshall tours. 15 years later, the Convention and Visitors Bureau, I'm on the board, and it's like, it's always amazing. We were just talking about one's coming in a couple weeks.
And that was one movie.
One movie.
Yeah.
One movie did that.
Yeah, and so it really too can change, I think, the timbre of and how we look at ourselves as well. And so I think that, you know, that part of it's kind of priceless.
Yeah.
You know,
It really
to know
is.
that you can be in the film industry and that you can tell your film, you know, you can make your film here. And so we're starting to see that build up as well. You know, Marshall University has a great video production major, but they are turning that into a BFA in filmmaking. Hopefully going to start in the fall of 2024. If all goes well. They've already got the curriculum sort of lined out for it. And so we're really getting these pockets of like community film hubs around the state.
Yeah.
Sort of built around our universities, right?
And then that would give film companies a reason to say, okay, we have all these people already trained and ready to go. All you have to do is show up.
Got the crew, come and do it. We have one of my favorite stories from this first year of being back at work is we had Joe B. Wetzel. He graduated from Marshall on a Sunday in May. 2 days later, he's on the set with Brad Paisley and filming. And since then, he's been on 3 other productions. And so that's what we love. We love folks to get you know, educated here and to be able to work creatively in our state.
Right.
And so we're hoping that there's a million other Joe B. stories out there. You know?
Definitely. Well, we've got
That's
the right
great,
person in charge here, Dave. I mean,
Dave
you're
is the
doing
man.
an amazing job.
Well, it takes a village, and I love connecting with all of our creative folks like Mickey Fisher and all of our Steve Kazee, all of folks that were out at the American Film Market that touched base with us. So that's what we tell everybody. That if you're watching this, you know, tell your cousin who might be in the film industry or TV industry. Tell them we got this great tax credit. Tell them to come on home and make a film.
People want to make it happen, like Mickey Fisher. He's a perfect example. He wants to help people grow up in this industry and show what there is to do. So that's great.
I said we don't have much red carpet, but we'll roll out green carpet all day long.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey,
Whatever
Dave,
it takes.
Thank you so much for coming in and talking about this.
This is amazing. Fun talking with you. We'll have to have you back. But real quickly, too, if anybody wants to keep up with what you all are doing, is there a one-stop shop where they should look?
Sure, yes. So just go online, wvfilm.com.
Okay.
And then also we have some great partners like the West Virginia Filmmakers Guild and nonprofits like Film Futures Foundation out of the Taze Valley area. So lots of great places to like get connected with what's happening.
Awesome.
And go see a film festival and a good screening near you. I know we got O Pioneer coming up next week here in Huntington. So a lot of good stuff made here now that's world class.
All right. Hey, thanks, Dave.
Great talking with you.